Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to another video with me. I'm Rashida A. Marshall, and we are going to be taking it through a 30-minute Pilates mat flow. So for this routine, we're not going to be using any props. It'll just be ourselves and the mat, and we are going to have a blend of beginner, intermediate, and advanced movements, just a few advanced movements that will allow for us to put together our flow. So I'll make sure to provide you with different variations of the exercises so you can pick the level that works best for you. So let's go ahead and start. So to get us started, we're going to find ourselves centered down on our mat, and let's go ahead and draw the knees in towards the chest, coming into a rounded position here. If you want to take a few rocks from side to side to release the lower back, feel free to do so, and then we will meet back in center. So we'll find our steady position here. Let's lift the legs to tabletop. We're going to bring the heels together, toes apart, flexing the ankles, and we're going to move through a footwork-like motion. Let's go ahead and inhale as we press the legs out. Exhale as we point the toes and draw them back into center. Again, we inhale, flex and extend. Exhale, point and draw them in. And we flex, working from the core as we move the legs out and in. Draw them back to center. Let's do 3 more. And point, exhale, draw the legs in. Again, we flex and press and point and pull them in. We have 1 more as we flex and press and point and draw those knees back into center. We're going to hold the feet here in our tabletop position. Let's inhale, head, neck, and shoulders, arms reach long by the sides of the hips, and we come into our 100 as we inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale and exhale. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continuing to engage the midsection, strong movements of the arms. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're halfway through. Legs can stay here, or they may be extended to 45 degrees. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 3. And exhale. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last inhale, and exhale. And after that final one, we calm the arms, curl up a little bit higher, and then release as we rest the head back down and draw the knees in towards the chest. We're going to extend the feet out onto the mat. Let's inhale those arms up toward the ceilings. Exhale as we round up and over toward the toes. Ankles are flexed and active. Let's hinge back and release as we articulate the spine back down. Again, we inhale and exhale, round forward. Inhale, hinge. Exhale, roll yourself down with control. Arms are lifted. Again, we inhale. Exhale, round forward. Energy shooting from the heels of the feet. Inhale and exhale, release. If you'd like to add difficulty, arms maybe float back to 45 degrees as you inhale and exhale, round forward. Inhale, hinge, and exhale, round back. Let's do 2 more here. Inhale and exhale, round toward the toes. Control yourself back down. And here's our last one. Inhale, exhale, round up and over. And then we control ourselves all the way back down. So you may have to find yourself repositioned just a bit here. So I'm going to slide back into the frame. Hands will float down onto the mat. Let's focus on that left leg as we draw the knee in towards the chest. And then we're going to extend it out to 45 degrees. We bring the hands behind the thighs here, and our bottom leg is active. And we're going to come into a half tree. So we inhale, head, neck, and shoulders up. Exhale as you walk the hands up toward the ankles, coming to an upright position. We draw the chin to the chest, round the spine, and roll yourself all the way back down with control. Again, we inhale, lift. Exhale as you walk the palms up, proud chest at the top. And then we round the back and control yourself all the way back down. So we're going to take it through 1 more. Inhale. Exhale as you walk the hands up. Bringing it all the way upright, and once we make it here, let's go ahead and flex and point the feet as we get a greater stretch along the back of the leg. And let's do 1 more here as we flex and point. We're gonna draw the chin to the chest, round the spine, and articulate the spine all the way back down onto the mat. Once we make it here, take the hand that is opposite to that foot, bring it to the outside of the leg, maybe it's all the way at the outer edge of the foot, and draw that leg across the body for an ITB stretch. So that shoulder stays rooted down on the mat as that leg crosses the body. And we hold it here for 3, 2, 1, and let's draw that leg back up towards center. We draw the knee in and we float it back down on the mat. We're gonna bring it over to the opposite leg, draw that knee in, extend that leg up, bring it to that 45-degree angle, and hands come behind the thighs. Let's inhale, head, neck, and shoulders up. Exhale as you round up to that upright position, walking the hands up towards the ankle. Round the spine as you roll yourself back down. And again, we inhale, head, neck, and shoulders as we lift. Exhale, round all the way up, proud chest, and we hold. And let's go ahead and draw it down and roll back. One more time, lift, and we round the spine all the way up. Proud chest at the top, we hold it here as we flex and point and flex. Last 3 and 3, 2 and 2, 1 and 1. Perfect. Go ahead and create that round spine. Walk the hands all the way back down. And then we allow ourselves to hold on to the outer edge of that foot, cross it over the body as that opposite shoulder, is rooted down. So getting that good ITB stretch here, we hold it for 3, 2, 1, and we float that leg all the way back up. So from here, we're gonna take it into our one-leg circles. So that bottom leg remains active down on the mat. Let's cross that leg over the midline of the body, circle down, around, and up. Again, we cross it over, down, around, and lift. So as you take it through this movement, you wanna think of the shoulders and the hips staying rooted in the mat, making that circle as big as you're able to maintain the stability of the move. And let's go ahead and reverse. We take it out the width of the mat, circle down, around, and lift. And around, and out, and in. 3 more. Very controlled movement here. Last 2. And here's our last one. And let's go ahead and float the opposite leg up as we take that leg down and repeat the movement here. So we cross it over, take it down, around, and back to center. And cross, around, and lift. Very steady, being as controlled as you're able to as we move that leg around and bring it back into center. And let's reverse as we take it out, circle down, around, and in. And out, around, and up. Let's do 3 more. And center, last 2. And center, last 1. And we hold it right here. Let's float that leg up to meet that one up towards the ceiling. Feet are hugged in tight towards one another. And we're gonna lower both the legs down to 45 degrees. Take them out the width of the mat, circle around, and back up to center. Again, we lower down, space them out, around, and in. So very controlled. You determine how low you want the legs to go. It doesn't have to be a big movement as long as there's control throughout the whole thing. And let's take it in the opposite direction. We come back to center, space the legs out the width of the mat, circle around, they meet, and draw back up to the top. Again, we take them around, and in, and out, around, and back to center. Let's do 2 more. And final one, and we meet back here at the top. Feet are hugged in tight. We're gonna lower the right leg down just a tad. Left leg may come in towards the body. Circle the legs around. They meet back in center as we go through our helicopter. Now we reverse. Left leg goes down, right leg in. Circle them around and in. And we take the legs around and in center and down, around, and in. So connecting to the powerhouse as we move through this move. And in, and down, and around. Let's take it through 1 more here as we take the right leg down, around, and in center, and then the left side as we bring it all the way back. Perfect. We're gonna go ahead and draw the knees in towards the chest, plant the feet down, and we slide the legs out onto the mat. Let's inhale the arms up toward the ceiling. Exhale as we come up and round up to an upright position. We're gonna slide the seat towards the feet, draw those feet in, arms wrap around the front of the legs, and we're gonna find our balance here. So lifting the toes up off the mat. We create a rounded spine, C curve as the chin comes to chest, and we're gonna rock back to the tips of the shoulder blades. And then you lift, find that balance at the top. Use the core for that stability. Again, we rock back and lift and hold. And again, we rock back and control. Find that pause. Let's do one more. And we hold here. Now we pick up the pace as we go back for 4 and lift, for 3 and up, for 2, one more here, for 1, and we hold. Once we make it to that final one, we're back up at the top. Extend your right leg out, left leg stays drawn in. Wrap the arms around, articulate yourself back down onto the mat. So we control it all the way down, that leg stays extended. Let's go ahead and move through our single leg stretch here. As we come in and hold, that leg is long. And we switch and pause. And again, we switch and switch, continuing to draw the core in, reach long through that leg as you pull that knee in towards the core. And now we pick up the pace here. First 6 and 6 and 5 and 5. Last 4 and 3. You got it. 2 and 2. 1 and 1. We rest head, neck, and shoulders. Draw the knees in towards the chest. We're going to come into our double leg stretch. So let's lift head, neck, and shoulders back up. We inhale as we lengthen arms and legs back out. Exhale, draw everything into center. Again, we inhale, reach. And exhale, pull it in. Good. Inhale, reach, and we hold. And exhale. Let's do 2 more at this pace as we reach long. And exhale, bring it in. 1 more for our precision. We reach. And exhale, bring it in. And let's take it into our flow as we go out. And in. And out. Good. Last 4 and 4 for 3 and 3. 2 and 2, 1 and 1, and we rest head, neck, and shoulders down. So from here, we're going to extend the legs up toward the ceiling for our scissors. We're going to float one leg down to 45 degrees. The opposite leg stays up as we grab behind the thighs. If you want to add difficulty to this movement, you can grab behind the calves or maybe up towards the ankles. We lift head, neck, and shoulders. Let's pull that leg in, pull, pull, and switch, pull, pull. And switch and hold and pull that leg in and switch, pull. Getting a deep stretch in the back of the legs, pull, pull, and switch, pull, pull. Let's do 1 more at this pace as we take it in and switch and in. And now we flow as we go in and out and in and out. Last 4 and 4 for 3 and 3 for 2 and 2, 1 and 1, and we draw the knees in, rest head, neck, and shoulders down. We're going to move into our lower lift. You can place the hands underneath the lower back or maybe behind the head with the elbows wide. So I'll go through both of those and you can move through it if you'd like. Let's extend those legs up toward the ceiling, and we're going to lower our legs down with a count. Toes are pointed. We lower down for 3, 2, 1. We flex and draw the legs back in. Again, we point. Inhale as we lower. 3, 2, 1. Exhale as you flex and pull the legs in. Again, we point and lower down. 3, 2, 1. And exhale and flex the legs, come in. So I'm going to place my hands behind the head just for another variation. And we're going to change up the counts for this lift and lower. So let's go ahead and lower the legs down for a count of 1. And we flex and lift. 3, 2, and 1. Again, we point and lower down and flex up. 3, 2, and 1. 1 more point and lower for 1 and lift. 3, 2, and 1. From here, if those elbows or if those arms are behind the head, you can keep them there. If not, let's meet here. We bend the knees, bring them to tabletop, and we come into our crisscross. So we extend that right leg as we take it over to the left and draw that knee in.
We come back to tabletop and pause. We take it over to the other side, twisting, and bring it back to center. Good. And again, we twist. So think of twisting from the rib cage to the knee, and we come back to meet in center. And then we switch. And we come back to our tabletop. Let's pick up the pace as we twist and center and twist. Last 3 and 3, 2 and 2. Here's our final one for 1 and 1. After that last one, we come back in, rest the head down, draw the knees in towards the chest, and we're going to prepare to bring it up to a seated position. So let's float those legs down onto the mat. Let's extend the legs out long. Inhale those arms up towards the ceiling, and exhale as you round up and over, bringing us to an upright position. We have the ankles flexed, feet are the width of the mat, and let's sit tall, arms are extended out in front, and imagine that you are pressed up against a wall. So you're sitting very straight, lifted through the crown of the head. Let's go ahead and inhale here. Exhale as we round forward, pull through the fingers as you draw the belly in. Inhale, stack the spine, exhale, release. Again, we inhale, lift tall, exhale, round forward. Inhale, lift, and exhale, draw those shoulders down. Let's go ahead and do 2 more. Inhale, sit tall, exhale, round toward the toes. Inhale, and exhale, release. Here's our final one. Inhale, lift, exhale, round forward, pull the belly in. We inhale, stack the spine, and exhale, bring everything back to our starting position. So after our last one with spine stretch forward, we're gonna bring the hands and feet to meet in center, and let's go ahead and articulate the spine all the way down onto the mat. We're gonna float the hands down by the side and bring it onto our belly for our swan. So let's go ahead and rotate as we bring it all the way around, and we are gonna have the hands planted down by the rib cage. We want the feet hugged in tight and all 10 toes are pressed into the mat here. And we're gonna hover the hands up just about 1 inch over the mat. We're gonna inhale, lift the chest. Press the palms into the mat, lifting up a little bit higher, and then exhale as we release everything back down. Again, we hover the hands, we inhale and lift. Press the palms, lift a bit higher, and exhale, control yourself back down. Let's do 2 more as we hover the hands. Inhale, extend through the motion. Press the arms, we lift a little higher, and exhale, release. 1 more here, hover those arms or hands. Inhale, lift. Press the palms, we extend the chest further, and then we release. So staying here on our belly, let's go ahead and extend those arms out in front. We lift the chest into that extension position. Let's draw the elbows back and then glide them forward. And we draw them back. Inhale, exhale, release. 3 more as we inhale, draw the elbows and release. Last 2. And exhale. Here's our last one. And exhale, the arms go out and we can rest down onto the mat. Let's bring the palms by the rib cage and press all the way back, sitting on the hips, releasing that motion. We are going to shift the body forward. Go ahead and lower ourselves all the way back down onto the mat, and let's reverse back over. So another flip-flop here to bring us onto our back as we prepare for our shoulder bridge. So we're going to slide the seat in towards the feet and find an even balance here with the weight evenly distributed on the feet. And from here, we're going to articulate the spine up off of the mat. So we press as we inhale, roll the hips up toward the ceiling, and exhale as you control it back down. Again, we inhale and roll it up for 2, 3, 4, and exhale down, 3 and 4. Let's do 2 more up. 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, and 4. After our last one, we round up and hold it at the top for 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're gonna hold it here and we're gonna add some variation to it. Feel free to stay here if this feels comfortable. If you'd like to add the lift, we're gonna start with our left leg as we take the shape up off of the ground, knee stays bent, and float it back down onto the ground. Other side, draw that knee in, and we return it to the mat. Again, opposite side, we draw it in and lower. Keep those hips lifted, bring it in and down. Last one each side as we draw the foot in and lower. Here's that last one. And plant it back down. Keep those hips lifted. We pulse up here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Control those hips back down as you articulate the spine onto the mat. And once we get there, take a few windshield wipers if you'd like. We have one more variation of that movement. So we bring it back to center. And let's go ahead and roll the hips up again. So we press into the mat as we articulate the spine off and press the hips toward the ceiling. Let's start with our left leg as we draw that shape in, knee bent. We extend it up here, and let's flex the foot as we kick in, 1, 2, point and lower. Again, we kick in, 1, 2, point and draw it down. Feel free to just keep that leg lifted if you'd rather not add the movement or stay down on both feet. Last one, 1, 2, and point and lower. Let's take that leg up to the ceiling. We flex here, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend that leg and float it back down. We reposition the hips here, and let's take it to the other side. So draw that leg in, extend it up, ankle is flexed, we kick in, 1, 2, point and lower. And again, 1, 2, point, float that leg down. Let's do 2 more, 1, 2, and float it down. Here's our last one, 1, 2, point, draw it down. Let's keep that leg up, and we take it up here with our pulses, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Create that shape, float the legs down, and then we articulate the spine back down on the mat, 1 vertebra at a time. Once you get there, again, taking that windshield wiper as the knees fall side to side, which feels great after that exercise. And then we're gonna add on to this windshield wiper move. So let's go ahead and bring it back to center here. We're gonna draw the knees in towards the chest, taking the arms out to a T shape. And then we're gonna lift our legs to tabletop. We're gonna allow the legs to fall over to the left as we take an inhale breath here, exhale as the legs come back to center. And then we inhale as the legs fall to the opposite side, exhale, bring them back in. Again, we inhale, twist, and exhale, bring it back in. And again, inhale, let the legs fall over, and exhale. So on the next one, you're gonna inhale, let the legs fall. As you come up, you can extend the legs out and reach toward the feet. We draw it back in, back to our starting position, and then we switch over to the right. We lift and extend, pressing onto that elbow, and release and draw it down. And we switch and lift and reach to the toes, bring it in, and back to center. One more here as we press up and reach and draw it back in, and we come back to our starting position. So we worked on a version of our teaser. Let's take it into a full teaser here. We're gonna have the feet staying planted down on the ground, hands are down by the sides. Let's go ahead and inhale as we float the arms back. Exhale as we round ourselves up to seated, feet stay planted, proud chest at the top. So you have the option to perform it with this motion, or maybe having the hands behind the legs as you come up. Let's control ourselves down as we float the arms back. We're gonna draw the knees in this time. Inhale, exhale as we come up, feet are off the ground. So you can have the legs lifted here, again, holding on to behind the legs if you'd like more stability. And we hold it here for 3, 2, and 1, and let's articulate the spine back down. Knees come in, arms float back. Inhale, exhale as we bring it back up, holding it here. Maybe you're familiar with the full teaser. If you'd like to add the extension of the legs as you come in, feel free to do so. And let's roll it down. One more as we inhale, reach long. Exhale, bring it all the way up, and we hold. Very controlled here for 3, 2, and 1. and 1. We're gonna add a tap of one leg as we come down and lift. Maybe extending those legs out if you'd like as we go down and in and tap. 1 more each side for 2 and 2. There we go. And let's go ahead and bring the feet all the way down as we swivel the arms back behind us, bringing us to an upright seated position here with a little more support. So let's come into our can-can. We have the feet on the toes. We're going to shift the legs over to the left, shift them over to the right. We shift them back to the left, and we extend those legs out and draw them in. And again, we switch for 3, 2, 1, and lift. Bring them back in. We shift 3, 2, 1. Extend and control those legs out and in. And again, 3, 2, 1, and lift. Let's do 1 more each side. 3, 2, 1. We lift. And final one for 3, 2, 1, and we extend the legs out. Bring it back down to the mat. From that final version of our can-can, we are going to shift all the way over onto the hips, onto one side. We're gonna bring the palm down, draw that knee underneath us as we lift, coming into a side kneeling bend here. So we are supported on that leg, shoulders directly over the hips, shoulders directly over the wrist, hips are directly over the knees. You can have that top hand stacked on the hips, or maybe you extend it up toward the ceiling. Let's go ahead and lift that bottom leg up off of the ground, ankle is flexed, and we're gonna kick it in towards us. So as we draw that leg in, we kick and point, draw it back. And we kick, bring it in, and point, draw it behind us. Let's do 3 more as we come in and out. Last 2, and out. Last 1, and we glide it back. We bring it back to our starting position here. Ankle is flexed. Let's lift up and down. We flex up for 1 and point and lower. And lift 2 and down for 3 and 4. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna bring it back to that starting position. Hold it here, ankle flex, small circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna float that leg down. Glide that bottom leg from underneath you. If you would like to advance to a full side bend here, we hold it and we come into a big reach. We come over for 4 and reach for 3 and back. Last 2 and here for 1, and we release all the way down onto the mat, stacking the knees, holding onto the ankles as we come into our mermaid stretch. So inhale that opposite arm up and we stretch here. 3, 2, 1, and exhale, release. And again, up and over. 3, 2, 1, and exhale back to center. Last one, big stretch. 3, 2, and 1, and exhale as we bring it all the way back over and down for our counter stretch. Reach up and over. And we're gonna bring it back to center. Let's go ahead and take it in through center as we switch sides. Plant that arm down. Bottom knee is planted as we lift up and come into that side kneeling bend. So once you're here, hand is either on the hip or extended up towards the ceiling. Let's lift that leg, ankle flexed, and let's go ahead and draw it in as we kick forward and point and glide it back. And in, and out, and in. Very steady here. Last 2 and 2, 1 and 1. We hold it, ankle flex. Let's take it up and down for 8. We point to lower. 7 and 6, 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. We hold it here, ankle is flexed, small circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
2, and 1. Bring that leg down onto the mat. Let's go ahead and engage upper body strength a bit more. Slide that leg from underneath you, full side bend here. Extend that arm up and over as we stretch for 4, and in, 3, last 2, and 1. And after that final 1, we draw it down onto the hip, stack the legs here. We hold on to the ankles, big stretch up and over as we come over for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. And again, we stretch. 3, 2, 1, and lift. And last 1, 3, 2, 1, and exhale as we bring it all the way around and over. Counter stretch as we reach around and up. And let's go ahead and lift. And we are gonna go ahead and turn it onto all fours. And let's go ahead and draw the knees down. We are holding it here in a modified plank position. We're gonna go ahead and take it into some push-ups. So we bring it down for 1, and lift, and 2, and press. 1 more for 3, and we press all the way back, sitting back on the heels as we stretch here. And let's go ahead and we shift the weight forward. Again, we take it down for 3, and 2, and 1, and we press back, sitting back on the hips as we reach through the fingertips. 1 more here as we lift all the way up and press back for 3, and 2, and 1. We press the hips back, sitting on the heels, big stretch, and we walk the fingers in toward the palms of the hands, press us all the way upright, and we are done. Thank you all for joining me on this 30-minute Pilates flow. I hope that it felt great for you and that you feel lengthened and stretched and rejuvenated. I would love to hear how you felt after the workout in the comments below, and I look forward to bringing you all some more videos soon. Bye.